Hello guys, hello. Hello.
Hello again. Sleep well?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. That's good. Good news.
Yes. She's ready for it.
I even put today the lipstick.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Oh, it's okay. I use a different shirt, different colors. Maybe I can come closer. I can think if you want.
I can photograph thoughts.
Thanks guys, thanks so much.
I was putting them.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but it's good.
Thank you.
Great.
It's better.
And you do.
I saw my phone. What do I look like?
You did it once or twice already.
What did I...
I was there. Like almost taking pictures. And when I got ready, you covered the face. Obviously, without.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
Obviously. But I don't want you to notice it, right?
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best. It's more natural.
More organic. Even, for example, I took soccer, something like that. Obviously, but it's a photo shoot, not organic. But that's probably for that. Oh, acho que tem. Não tenho nenhuma assim extravagante.
When did you leave yesterday at the party? Ready to go the next day?
And I have master class.
Hi guys, hello. I managed to shower and my hair is much better now. The hairdresser was a big fail, but we're back. We're back. My hair is back. Hello. Just wanted to say hi before the game. We're about to get started. So Wish me luck. Also, I'm gonna scroll this back 10 minutes soon. 2.5 minutes, then I have to scroll it back. So, I'll see you guys on the other side. Seconds. Then I can move it. Hello guys, hello. Hello.
Hello, Anne. Sleep well?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Good news.
Yes.
Since I love the picture you made, can you make another picture?
She's ready for it.
I even put today the lipstick. I said,
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Oh, it's okay. I even look at different shirts, different colors. Maybe I can come closer. I can think if you want.
Yeah, because I can photograph thoughts.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much.
I was putting them.
Oh,
So I
no.
Yeah, but it's
Thank you.
great.
It's better.
And you do.
I saw my What do I look like?
You did it once or twice already.
What did I...
I was there, like almost taking pictures. And when I got ready, you covered the face. Obviously, without
Yeah, I didn't notice.
obviously, but I don't want to notice, right?
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best. It's more natural. It's like
More organic.
Yeah.
Even for example, I took soccer, something like that. Obviously, but it's photo shoot, not organic. Yeah. But that's probably for that. Oh, acho que tem. Não tem nenhuma assim extravagante.
When did you leave yesterday at the party? Ready to go the next day?
And I have a master class.
Hi guys, hello. I managed to shower and my hair is much better now. The hairdresser was a big fail, but we're back. We're back. My hair is back. Hello. Just wanted to say hi before the game. We're about to get started, so wish me luck. Also, I'm gonna scroll this back 10 minutes soon. 2.5 minutes, then I have to scroll it back. So, I'll see you guys on the other side. 20 seconds. Then I can move it.
Okay. No me gusta. Again?
Muy buenas tardes.
Ah, but you are
Vamos a celebrar
Yeah,
la
the songs.
séptima ronda y mañana jugaremos a la octava ronda a las 4 en punto. Comenzará a las 4 en punto. Mañana también recuerden que a las 10 de la mañana, mañana en punto en este auditorio, tendrá lugar una masterclass a cargo del gran maestro Miguel Maia. Es gratis, y pueden acudir todos los jugadores, incluso acompañantes y demás. Recuerden que está totalmente prohibido tener ningún dispositivo electrónico en la sala, ni jugadores ni espectadores en general. Y si algún jugador necesita, ahí lo pueden dejar abajo en la información, en el despacho de información. Y todos los jugadores de esta sala deben utilizar el servicio que hay aquí dentro. Si necesitan salir en algún momento de la sala, deben comunicárselo al árbitro, ¿de acuerdo? Y por lo general pueden usar el servicio que está detrás, aquí dentro, ¿vale? Deben de usarlo, ¿vale? Si necesitan salir de la sala, deben comunicárselo al árbitro. Okay, so tomorrow the 8th round will start at 4 o'clock. Remember that it's strictly forbidden to have electronic device in the game room. You can leave them at the reception desk. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning, in this auditorium, we will have a master class by GM Miguel David. It's free and everyone is invited. All players on this stage must use the restroom behind this stage. If you need to leave the room, must communicate in the arbiter, okay? Well, good luck everybody. We can start the game. Start the game.
You're banned.
Welcome everybody to round number 7. We have commentary. We have commentary from Mr. Vlad Chess, whoever that is. Just as we are getting some moves, and it looks like it is a Taimanov Sicilian. We have a Taimanov Sicilian on the board. Okay, this is still theory, of course. How are you guys doing, by the way? This is round number 7. Hello, Debmate. Hello, all the mods, all the regulars in the chat, and also the more rare guests. Yeah, so what did you play? What did you play here? After a6. I saw... Oh, she plays a3. This is a move recommended very commonly by grandmasters nowadays. Specifically, Croatian grandmaster Ivan Šarić recommends a3 against the Taimanov in his Open Sicilian Chessable course. Why is this relevant, you may wonder? Why do we care? Well, generally, most players, when they pick up an opening, they're also looking from the other side what the main courses are recommending. So you would expect a person who plays the Taimanov to be pretty well prepped against the move a3. And normally the most common move after a3 is actually b5. I also play Taimanov myself, so I should know this position quite well. And recently in a game faced with the move a3 myself, I played b5. Instead, the opponent goes knight to f6. This should be a slight inaccuracy. Not a big inaccuracy, but a slight one. I think it's a slight inaccuracy because we can now go... I think we can now go pawn to f4 immediately? I remember this being not the best. Like, you wanted to be able to play b5, b4 in one move when the white pawn is on f4. So the current board position seems to be slightly less theoretical with this knight f6. I'm gonna check the database just so I don't say something stupid, of course. So let's put the moves in there. e4, c5. Once again, I remind you guys that I cannot control the board myself, so I cannot show any variations or lines on the 2D board there. I will have to commentate strictly based on coordinates, something that Blue Boy is an expert at, as well as potential candidate moves. Yeah, so I'll just check the current board position, see what's the main theoretical move. It should be 3, a6, a3, then knight f6 is the second most common theoretical move. And it looks like I was correct that f4, rather than g4, f4 is the main move for white, and white scores amazingly well in the database. However, Anna-Maja goes for the move g4. This hasn't really been played much at either level. And the problem is that g4 gets met with the immediate h5, and white has to give up some control over the light squares. Will he find h5 immediately, though? This is not a common position, so g4 is already taking the opponent slightly out of theory. Or maybe very much out of theory. So this is an unusual, I would say this is a slightly unusual setup, because white is combining two ideas. The bishop to e3 followed by g4 on move 7 is actually considered to be one of the most critical tests of the entire Taimanov complex. By inserting a3, Anna-Maja is preventing her opponent from some variations based on bishop to b4, but gave the opponent enough time to play knight f6, making g4 maybe slightly less strong. The point is, if black plays h5 and we push g5, that knight will very conveniently land on g4. And if that knight lands on g4, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. because that knight would be excellently placed there. He plays d6. Okay, now black is much worse. Black is much worse. We have something that resembles the Keres attack from the Scheveningen Sicilian. So that we have this variation with g5. That's what's exciting. And white has all the advantage, all the space advantage in the world. In my database, there have been 3 games from this exact position, and all 3 times white has won. Yeah, this is an excellent position, in fact. And we can continue with either h4 or f4. Both would be fine moves. I would imagine f4, then black responds with the move pawn to e5 would be one of the critical variations. But probably responding with e5 and making such a huge weak square on d5 for the white knight is just not very wise, especially with your queen on c7 and no bishop being able to capture, or knight being able to capture d5. So this already looks like an excellent position for white immediately after the first 8-9 moves here. I'm expecting either f4 or h4. So f4 makes slightly more sense if you're trying to prevent the enemy knight from landing on e5. Or alternatively, maybe she's trying to bait one of the knights to land there so she can gain a tempo with f4. I just think that f4 appears at first glance stronger than h4, as it's more multi-purpose. But the position is really, really excellent. So I would expect f4, then queen somewhere, and then finally long castling. We expect long castling from white here, in fact. We're eating the pawns up the board, we're going to long castle, and we are just going to enjoy the huge space advantage in the center. f4 has been played as predicted. A very good multi-purpose move. Controlling more squares in the center, denying the e5 square for the black knights, reinforcing g5, and potentially getting ready at some point in the future to push f5. Note that it would not be a good move right away, as black could then install one of their knights on e5. Hello, Truth ICC. Hello, Truth ICC. Welcome here as well. Long-time commentator, I believe, on some other channels on Twitch. Always nice to have strong players in the chat with us. What do you think about the current board position? Do you think that black actually has any plan to untangle here? It's already looking hard to make moves. Like, legitimately, I'm finding it very hard to suggest moves for black right now. Black cannot play for d5, black cannot play for e5, and developing regularly with bishop e7 and short castles is already suicidal. So, none of the normal ideas really work. Also, playing b5 here is probably not best because we can just take on c6 and potentially slap our bishop on the long diagonal. So it's looking mighty fine. It's looking mighty fine for white. Not so great for black. So I have bad news and I have good news. It's very likely that the bad news would not really pertain to you so much, but it's rather bad news for me. And the good news pertains to you. So which one do you want to hear first? The bad news first. Well, I was supposed to have a student. Turns out my student kind of mishandled their calendar arrangements and scheduling, and he'll not be able to make it for today's session. That's the bad news, because it means, well, I'm missing out on a lesson. The good news is that I'm going to be here with you for the next 4 hours yapping. Oh, wow. Somebody even predicted what the bad news would be. Holy crap. Nice prediction there. I don't know what you're going to win, but you should win something for that prediction. Yeah, I think b5 for black. We exchange on c6. Then we put the bishop on g2. We have full flexibility still. Can teach you guys instead of what I wanted to teach them. It doesn't really work like that. I was preparing a lecture on the power of the passed pawn for him. Wanted to illustrate how passed pawns in relation to pieces can vary a lot in strength. Like, we all learn that one pawn is worth 1 point, but it actually highly varies depending on the configuration. Like, right now, of course, there are no passed pawns on the board, so that material doesn't really apply. Yeah, this position is definitely already difficult to handle as black. It's just very hard to handle this, very difficult. And this brute force method of just playing for a kingside attack with h4, h5, and then either h6 or g6, this attack is landing very quickly for white. And in the meantime, black's counterplay is still somewhere to be found. Or I should say nowhere to be found. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the way that Anna-Maja has treated this Taimanov. However, I do hope she has some actual preparation if black were to play the main theoretical move rather than knight f6, which was b5. Because I do believe that black kind of misplayed the move order here. It is true, however, that if you're playing the opening a bit on autopilot, you're not going to find h5 in response to g4. Like, it's not the move that is the most findable. And in that position, when white had just played g4, if black responds with h5, we are actually forced to take. It's the best move there. She's letting out a yawn there on stream, or suppressing a yawn. So after g4, if black had played h5, we are forced to capture, and that kind of ruins our pawn structure, but at least opens the g-file for the rook. So now that the opponent played like this, he is in a bit of a pickle and has to untangle the position. Stay tuned to find out if he's going to untangle the position. Deciding between b5 and bishop to e7 already looms large. I don't think realistically there are any other moves. So if you're going to play for something like knight to c5, yeah, it's like a Keres attack, exactly. Somebody who pointed out in the chat, it's like the Keres attack in the Scheveningen. That's right. And if anything, black is even worse than in the mainline Keres here. It's actually maybe much worse. This tempo spent on queen c7 looms really large. Also the tempo spent on a6. It may not be entirely necessary overall. So black is down almost 2 tempi to the mainline Keres, which is crazy. It's crazy to think of. Maybe a tempo and a half, because a6 is actually kind of useful. But being down 1 full tempo and a half in such a crazy attacking position means white is much better. Also, yeah, black is missing h6. This is an excellent attacking position for white, and I'm sure she's currently overjoyed with the attacking prospects. Which move would you guys make, chat? Would you play bishop to e7, then short castle and hope you will survive the attack? Or would you go b5 and hope for some counterplay on the queen side? Jenny is absolutely right. Tempi are very, very important. So b5 all the way, debmate. Okay, so b5, and let's let's go a bit deeper to explore what happens in case of b5, followed by, I guess, knight to c6 seems very logical to play. We want to lure the queen out to the unfavorable c6 square. So let's say we take on c6, black takes on c6. And now we have multiple options even. We don't even have to play rook to g1 or bishop to g2. We can even go for something like queen over to e2 or queen to d4. Yeah, but so knight b6 is actually blocking your b pawn, and your knight doesn't really have a great square to go to next. Because even, let's say you play knight b6, I don't know what I'm going to play. Probably I'll play h4. You take on d4 with the knight, and then I play queen takes. And the reason I play queen takes is because it comes with a tempo against your knight on b6, and I'm still guarding c4. So I think that position would be really, really weak for black. But yeah, somehow I expect him to go b5 here. b5 has to be better than bishop to e7. No way that somebody survives. No way that you survive on bishop e7. Bishop e7. You're not sure white will take after b5. Okay. So, okay, I guess from the black side of the Taimanov, I know in all of these lines, when we go b5, if there's tension between the knights, it's almost like an automatic move to take on c6 to lure the queen out. So I would imagine that Anna-Maja is aware of this positional motif, that the tension between the knights can be released once black plays b5. As whether she would play it, I guess that's the actual question. Currently, her prep has really paid off. Yeah, I mean, if this is truly prep and what she wanted to get on the board, it went amazingly well. However, the move 8 g4 is a big inaccuracy. If black responds to 8 g4 with 8 h5, that would put black in a very good position. So maybe that's one question for the post-mortem, for the post-game analysis, to ask if she truly prepped this g4 or just wanted to go for some freestyle excitement. That is a very reasonable take, Truth, ICC. Very reasonable explanation there. So b5, still the move that we're expecting. Bishop to e7 is way too suicidal, way too passive. So Anna-Maja got up from the board, just browsing around, doing some shopping around the playing hall, looking at some other positions. Maybe she's looking to get some inspiration from other Taimanov games. This is not forbidden, in fact. This is not forbidden, and I know at least one friend of mine who doesn't really play the openings too well, and he would browse around the playing hall, just go throughout the boards, and see if any opening resembled his, and then look on the score sheet of the players to see how they got there. Especially if they were slightly more advanced into the middle game, he would actually get inspiration from other boards in the playing hall. And this is roughly a 2000 level player. So they do exist. I'm not saying Anna would do this, but I'm saying such players do exist. B6 wouldn't make much sense. B6 doesn't help the queenside counterplay at all. So either you play B5 or you don't play anything on the queenside at all. Yeah, prepping during the game itself. That's a 5-head move. It's not cheating. No, it's not cheating. Definitely not. Cannot be considered cheating. Because there's no guarantee that the positions will be like exactly the same, right? Like it's very hard to actually get the same exact position after 8-9 moves because there are multiple sidelines. multiple sidelines in every opening almost. So I don't think it should be considered as any form of cheating. Yeah, if you're actually like copying move for move, that's actually, there's a funny clip somewhere on YouTube. Let me see if I can dig it up, or maybe somebody else can. I think Alexei Shirov and was it Nakamura? There were like two copycats. In some tournament, the arbiter had to separate them. Oh yeah, I remember this. There was a copycat in Grand Swiss of 2019. Yeah. But can we dig up the actual original clip? So there was a Grand Swiss 4 years ago. Karyakin versus Yu Yangyi, and was it Shirov against somebody else? Let me just try to dig it up. The original clip is funny. The original clip is very, very funny. Yes, yeah, I think Grishchuk was also in it. I am finding a video from the chess.com channel, but it's like Danny Rensch talking about the incident rather than showing the incident itself. So I guess it doesn't make that much sense. We already have one yapper on this channel. Okay, I don't have anything better actually. Okay, I'll just share this one. This is the one that I could dig up. I put a link to YouTube in the chat. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird that there's no actual footage from the event itself. Also, guys, get your points in. Prediction's only going to stay on for another few minutes or so. So make sure you gamble all your channel points away. And also in the meantime, opponent has played bishop to e7, which does give white truly tremendous attacking chance by pushing h4. And I expect her. b5 would be counterplay against what? b5 is deep, well, not deep. b5 is usually prophylaxis against long castles by white. The minority attack in the Sicilian generally serves as prophylaxis against the long castle. Even more so with a3 having been played. So the fact that white played a3 means b4 already comes with a hook, or rather a3 itself is a hook, and b4 can start opening up some lines. Maia Open is just a tournament where Anna-Maja kicks everybody's bum in chess. Yeah, I think you're correct so far. You are objectively correct. 66% of the time, you're correct every time so far. So 2/3, it works every time. She's on 4 out of 6. This is round 7. So we should check actually or at least I should check the chess results. Yes, she has lost 2 games so far. don't remember the exact titles. Yes, so she lost to Viktor Michalewski, who is a grandmaster, and then she lost to Jose Francisco Vega from Portugal, who's an IM. You're right. What's her next move? Nah, probably queen. I want to say queen over to something like f3. I don't know where this bishop belongs. I think the bishop from f1 is going to stay on f1 until it's clear where it should go to. No, he's already like in deep trouble. He's in very deep trouble because the king cannot really stay in the center so long against these pawns coming in. And if the king cannot stay on e8 long term, he never has the option of going long castle because that would require like b5, bishop b7 to be played, or b6, bishop b7. And long term, if white gets to castle long and put some rooks in the center, these files are opening up very quickly. So he's in a bit of a strategic pickle. Basically, strategically, he's already lost. He just needs to pick one of the ways to lose. Like you can pick to lose with a fight, and you can pick to lose without a fight, objectively speaking, in this position. If you want to fight, then you should play for b5 and try to get something going on the queen side. If you want to get quashed like a bug, you probably go short castle and wait for the fatal blow. But objectively speaking, this position is strategically winning. So it will be very interesting to see how the game continues. But the only thing I feel bad for is the reputation of my main defense as black, which is the Taimanov Sicilian. If the kid gets crushed in his favorite opening and my favorite opening, we might have to reevaluate our life choices. Yeah, going for b5 is pretty much almost necessary here. Because otherwise you're never going to get any meaningful counterplay, and white is just going to be calling all the shots for the rest of the game. But yeah, I did not. If you told me she would get +2 after 10 moves, I would have said no way. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. All those pawns on the king side being launched up the board. You love to see this. Who cares about accuracy ratings? We're not Kramnik. We don't care about those numbers. 98 precision means absolutely nothing. No, but the opening itself so far has been a disaster for black. Black doesn't get any of the usual counterplay associated with the open Sicilian, and white gets a word to say about the action on the entire board. Hello, Alberto. How old is the opponent? F5-1-0. Really? You think already that F5 is just breaking through and winning? Really? I wouldn't want to play F5 until all my army is mobilized first. Let's see, what does chess results say about the opponent's age? So, Martin Fernandez. He's born in 2008, so that makes him 16. He's 16 years old, guys. Well, no, Alberto, I disagree. I disagree with your take on this position. I fundamentally think that f5 is very flawed because you give up the e5 square. I think that pawn should stay on f4 for as long as possible, in fact. Yes, Anna is 24. The opponent is 16. Apologies if I didn't understand the question. But is Anna Kramling next to the board, on the board next to Anna-Maja? I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell without seeing more filming. f5. Knight d to e5. Well, okay, first of all, it's black's turn to move, so presumably they'll just short castle. No. Yes, knight d to e5. Where is the free pawn? I don't see the free pawn. What's my name, commentator? I don't know. I forgot my name. I forget these things. No, e6 is not hanging, Alberto. Can you not see the fact that there's a bishop on c8 finally defending that square? Oh my lord. Yes, f5. f5, yeah, e6. e6 is defended twice. I actually think that f5 is a terrible strategic mistake. Actually, I think it's one of the worst attacking moves that you could possibly make in the position. So I fundamentally disagree if you're suggesting f5 as a way to continue the attack. Also, it doesn't work tactically. b5, finally played. Rookie? Monka TOS. Welcome here, rookie. Sir Vlad. Sir Vlad of Impaler Town. I'm this guy commenting in the chat. b5. Black is still in a poor position, but has some chances to survive. I expect a trade. I actually expect a trade. I expect knight takes c6, queen takes c6, queen to d4 here. Kind of almost forcing black to castle. And once you force black to castle, or defend g7, you think he won't come back? He just gave up? Lol. Okay, tell me you have never played an OTB chess tournament without telling me you've never played one. b4? Hold up. b4? Is this a suggestion for white? You want to play pawn to b4? Why are you responding to a threat that's not real? What does b4... Okay, first of all, what does b4 accomplish? Oh, his player card is blank. I think it's turned around. I think it's turned around in the wrong direction. Which pawn is hanging with b4? Dude, you seriously... Alberto, you seriously need to check yourself, man. b4 is on a defended square. How? How do you take... Why do you sacrifice a piece? How does knight takes b4 work? Oh my lord, I'm blind. I'm blind. I'm completely blind. I did not see queen takes c3. I'm terrible at this game. Yeah, no, b4. Okay, so b4 I was going to say doesn't accomplish anything useful, but actually it's even worse than that. Congratulations, chat. You did better than me here. Actually, b4 is even worse than not useful. It's an outright blunder. So b4 doesn't accomplish anything at all, in fact blunders material. We should not respond to threats that are not real. What do you mean muted? I should not be muted. I hope I'm not muted. Is that a Razor shirt? I don't know. So the thing is, the push b5 to b4 would be very bad for black because we just take. We just take and open the A file for our rook. Somebody's talking now. Oh no. Oh no. Why are they not shutting up? I wonder. So what's the move here, guys? What's the move? Bishop g2 seems normal. Knight takes c6 is the move that I would play with white here. Knight takes c6, put the queen on d4 and long castle. Just go for it. Why don't they armor wrestle? Maybe that's the side event. After the chess is over, that's the side event. Knight c6, queen c6, queen d4, e5. Let's see. Takes, queen d4, e5. I guess that's a bit annoying. But yeah, I don't use engine, sorry. Anna is wearing a better tablecloth than the one the tournament is using. What do you mean tablecloth? You mean the fact that it's a checked pattern? That's funny. Queen d2 any good? I don't know. I have no idea. You're the ones who use the engine, I don't. Queen to d2, I would imagine is slightly slower than the variation we mentioned earlier with knight c6 and queen to d4. But queen to d2 fundamentally cannot be wrong by itself. But still somehow, queen to d2 doesn't seem like the most active placement of this piece of the queen. I would probably consider even stuff like queen over to g4 before I consider queen d2. And she plays bishop h3. Bishop h3 has been played. Hold up. Is she planning to castle short in some variations? Bishop h3 is telling me that in order to escape some pressure on the long diagonal, she might even be considering short castles, but that's a bit crazy. That is a bit crazy here. And it is marked as a mistake by the software. I don't really know why it's a mistake though. It seems like a very reasonable move to make. If anything, the plan of f5 becomes stronger here. So bishop h3 has a definite purpose behind it. Wait, the engine doesn't think it's a mistake anymore. Guys, the engine changed its opinion. How often does that happen? So maybe at higher depths, it sees that bishop h3 is actually a good move. Difference between inaccuracy and mistake. Honestly, I don't know how it's defined within the software. Like, inaccuracy is generally something that drops the eval very slightly. You have a feeling he will play b5. He has already played b5. Black has already played b5 one move earlier. Maybe they'll push b4, but I think that's a positional mistake. Yeah, somehow knight c5 makes some sense. Okay, so you think he'll play b4 here. I just take, and actually, I think after I take, you have to take right away. Because if you don't take right away, I'm going to play b5 myself.
Hello.
Got any chess jokes? Oh, hello there.
General Kenobi.
General Kenobi. What's up?
Well, I'm alright. How are you? How's it going?
Doing fine, trying to understand the position on the board. It's getting a bit sharp and hard to calculate all the possibilities.
I just looked at the position. Can you give me a recap?
Yes, opponent played a Taimanov Sicilian. Anna-Maja was going for the English attack setup with a very early g4.
I
Opponent
see.
mishandled
G5
the
was it?
position.
Opponent what?
Opponent mishandled the position immediately after g4, and we got a very strong attack and space advantage now.
Okay, I may be late for this, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
G5. That's what's exciting.
I knew that
had to-
was coming.
Yeah, that had to happen. Come on, I see the pawn on G5. That had to happen. Also, hi chat. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here, Vlad. I missed you yesterday. Wait, I wasn't there yesterday. I mean the previous one.
You missed me yesterday, and I missed you.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm here now. So yes, please continue.
Yeah, so as far as the tactical threats in the position and the motifs, we might be threatening to capture on e6. Like bishop takes e6, pawn takes e6, knight takes e6, and we're collecting all the pawns on the black king side.
Ooh.
So I somehow
So bishop
expect
takes
knight
e5.
c5. Yeah, knight c5 is really what I expect black to play here.
Not knight takes d4.
No, knight takes d4 allows queen takes d4 with tempo.
Does black even want a castle anymore?
It's very risky, but I think black has to do it.
All right.
Like super, super risky, but eventually black has to do something with her king.
Okay, so if you leave it in the center, bishop takes e6.
Yes.
Yes, Alberto, you're right. If the king has castled already, then bishop e6 loses its fire, I think.
Man, with how menacing those pawns are looking, I still think bishop e6 is a threat even after black castles. Knight to b6, I believe, has been played.
Okay. Defending the e6 pawn.
Defending the e6 pawn. What are we
and
going
looking
to
at
do?
c4.
Yeah, looking to land onto c4.
Well, she's really
Okay.
liking the no hustling chess.
Probably like one of the first moves from black that shows clear desire to do some counterplay, to get some counterplay going.
I mean, he has to, right? He has to defend e6.
Yeah, I think the position is not going in the direction that we envisioned earlier. I thought the attack would kind of play itself out. It looks like there's potential to mishandle the position now that the knight is landing on c4. That's the reason why I didn't really like bishop h3. I would have gone for knight takes c6, queen d4, and long castles.
Yeah, our pawns on the king side are very strong looking. I don't know if Anna castles today, but okay, she might. Okay, where do you move the queen then? Queen e2?
I don't know. I want to go knight c6 still. I want to go knight takes c6, queen c6, queen d4. And, after queen to d4, I'm just praying that I'm actually still slightly better after knight takes c3.
Knight takes c3.
Okay, first of all, let's say we take on c6, they take back, we go queen d4, they go knight c4. I guess I have to go queen takes g7 in that position. I have no other move, really.
Yeah, then once the rook goes to f8. You have to
Maybe
move your bishop.
maybe we can then go bishop to c1, but it looks so odd to undevelop your pieces in that sort of position.
Why are we playing bishop c1? The knight is on c4, yes, but okay, because we want to defend b2.
Yeah, already I'm not liking the nature of those positions because they seem sharp,
Oh.
but not
Really?
necessarily attacking positions for white.
Yeah, true. We don't have anything going with the on e6 just yet. I think that knight on d4 is really strong.
Yeah, somehow this bishop h3 I think can be considered a slight inaccuracy because it gives up control of c4.
Should I open our dear engine?
Go ahead, yeah, go for it.
Okay, let me check. Let me open the game.
Go for it and tell us the truth. The truth is already telling us some
The
truth in
truth
the
is
chat.
giving us some truth already, yeah.
Knight d takes b5 as a candidate. No, I don't think so. I don't think it's really a candidate because you're only getting 2 pawns and you're not even castled yet. These things usually don't work if white isn't castled yet.
So Vlad, before bishop h3, your idea of knight c6 queen d4 was really good. It was plus 1.5.
Okay, plus
But
1.5.
now the
Okay, that
bishop
doesn't
is played.
seem winning.
Yes, but okay, right now the only thing that the engine likes is knight takes c6, queen takes c6, and queen to d4. Knight
Okay,
c4, then we have to take g7. Yes, you're right.
okay.
Rook f8, and then we have to move the bishop to c1
That
or
line
d4.
actually, that line works, huh? Taking on g7, going bishop c1.
That is the top line.
Yeah, but somehow
Bishop
the
c1, yes.
flavor of this bishop h3 is just, it's not the best flavor of ice cream that you could potentially get.
Yeah, it's basically vanilla.
So many, yeah, only
It's-
Bucks would like this flavor.
Yeah. I mean, it is Anna's. I think Anna likes vanilla too.
Anna and Bucks made for each other.
Where's Bucks when you
There's a
need him?
reason. There's a
Also,
reason
hello,
he's the
Jojo.
number 1
Hi.
mod.
There is. True. Nobody else likes vanilla. Only Anna and Bucks.
I had some ice cream earlier with a flavor called dulce de leche,
What does
which
that
is,
mean in English?
it's like salted caramel or something like that. I don't know exactly what the ingredients are, but it tasted like
Right.
salted caramel.
Caramel is pretty popular. I don't like it though.
It was an exquisite flavor. I loved every single scoop of it.
Okay, glad you had fun. Okay.
What's wrong
also,
with
hi,
vanilla
YouTube
ice?
chat. Vanilla ice cream is not. I mean, it's like water. It's like the flavor of water, right? There's
Exactly.
nothing.
Exactly. It's just it's like too much of a plain Jane.
Also,
Hello
I'm looking
to all
at
guns,
YouTube
please.
chat. Hello.
Oh, YouTube chat. We forgot, or at least I forgot about them. I forgot about
Hi,
YouTube.
YouTube chat. I did not forget you. Also, who is this? The exorcist girl? Is that Anna?
What exorcist girl?
Are they calling her the exorcist girl?
Okay, she takes on c6.
Okay, good.
The
She takes the 6 first, like
exorcist.
before. Also, Nihilus beats Sorry, I don't know what you mean by hostile, but we're just throwing lines here. It's the logical continuation. Take c6
Hopefully,
and you.
hopefully we don't come across as hostile on the channel. And if we do, it's probably for banter purposes rather than actually
Yes.
being hostile.
Full disclosure, everything is banter on this channel.
Well, queen d4 is a double attack, so we are kind of forcing black to deal with it.
Yes. So the knight has to move because you cannot really. Okay, you can defend the knight again, but you don't want to.
What if queen c5? Queen c5 is an interesting suggestion. The earlier
c5, how about
suggestions. I
pawn
want to
castle?
revisit the move pawn to b4 as a response to queen c5. What is wrong with pawn to b4? It's staying out of future forts.
It gives the square of c4 to the knight.
Yeah, but it's a square I can still challenge with bishop f1 later. It's not a permanent outpost. I like b4 in response to queen c5.
Queen c5, b4, queen takes d4, bishop takes d4, knight c4.
Yeah, also, yeah, Debmate, in your line I have bishop f1 immediately. In your line I have bishop f1 immediately, so I think you're just probably losing there. But okay, I don't expect queen c5 to be played. I expect knight c4 here.
c4 looks like the logical move here. There's queen c5, but with queen c5, I think you don't want to trade queens.
Definitely
wouldn't.
not on black's terms.
Even if it's on, I think she can use the queen a lot in this game. Just move back with tempo.
It will be interesting to see what black chooses to do here. It's a semi-critical position already, I would say.
Yeah. Also, the times are pretty good. Anna-Maja is on 1 hour 14. Opponent's on 1 hour 6.
Okay, we're up on the clock. Very good.
And this is move 14. So they have what, 26 moves to go? Week 1800s. I I've had my fair share of good results versus 1800s. You know, Vlad? Now that I think about it,
Really? Tell us
I've
more
drawn.
about your record against 1800's lifetime. How many have you faced? How many did you win?
Let me actually check that. You know, now I'm interested.
Please do. Please do.
Yes, this. Let me. I'll give you the stats in 2 minutes or so. So only 1800s count, right? No 17, no 19.
Only 1800's, yes.
Okay. Only 1800s, no matter weak or strong.
No matter if they're weak, 1800's or weak, yes.
Okay. Oh, damn it. It was going so well, but then I threw in my last tournament. So, the first game versus an 1800, I drew. The next one I lost. The next one I drew again. And the next one I won. And then I lost two more. And
Okay,
one
so
of
when you
them
do the
was
overall record, how much?
overall,
How
I think
much?
it's mm, -2.
Not bad. Not bad against 1800.
Minus
It's not bad at all.
-2 versus how many? Six in 6 games.
So that's you said two. Wait, was that one win?
One
How much
win,
was it?
two
One win,
draws,
two draws, and three losses.
3 losses. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, 1 win, 2 draws, and 3 losses. Yes, and the last 2 losses were 1 move blunders.
Ouch.
1 move blunders. Yes, actually, so bad, like so sad as well. But what to do?
I remember
That's
having like a table. Like I was doing an Excel table. I was doing an Excel table of all the like results against various rating bands, just trying to see which which players I was performing well against. But I don't know if I can dig that up. I cannot recall where I posted it. Maybe on Twitter.
okay.
So I'll try. I'll try to dig it up, but there's no promise.
Sure. Mm. Yes, Jojo, I'm talking about classical tournaments only. This is my run of lifetime record versus 1800s OTB classical. 6 games, 2 wins, and 2 draws. No, 1 win and 2 draws.
I won't be able to pull up lifetime records because that would go back,
No,
like 16 years.
I
But I'll be able to give you some records over the past 3 years of tournament chess or so. So I faced 25 1800s. 25 times in classical chess faced an 1800.
okay.
What do you think? How many points do you think I scored out of 25 games?
Points scored. You mean including draws?
Absolutely, points scored.
19.5.
So Chaos said 14.5. He was a bit lower than the correct one. Jojo said 15. He's also a bit lower. You overestimate my strength against 1800s. You said how much? 19.5?
19.5.
The correct answer is 16.5. So I scored 16.5 out of 25 against 1800s.
Nice.
Which is a rating performance of 1967.
All right. Not bad.
So hello, Matthew is here. Matthew has just arrived. Welcome, Matthew.
Basically means you are a weak 1900.
I'm very much staying true to my nickname of weak 1900. Yes.
All right. Cool. All right. So hi, Matthew. Welcome. We see your line on the board.
Oh, B4. Hell yeah. Let's go. Anna plays B4. Good move. And she played it quickly. Okay, he's in trouble. So in this position, Black is in severe trouble.
Okay, why? Tell me why Queen D4, Bishop D4 is good for us.
But we're going to win a free pawn on G7 at the very least.
Okay, I'm convinced.
Okay, that didn't take much.
I'm convinced. All right, GG.
That didn't take much analysis to reach that conclusion.
Yeah. All right, that's good. I see. So now I think taking the queen is almost forced, isn't it?
He took it.
No, it's not.
He took it already.
Oh, he did. I just saw it. Okay, takes. Bishop takes, and now knight c4 should be the move.
Knight c4
giving us
play.
the g7.
We are just gonna take g7 and bring the knight all the way back, baby. Give me that juicy G7 pawn. I'm gonna take that.
Juice 7.
Exactly. She takes, and we are up a clean pawn in this very moment. So we are into the endgame phase. We're up a clean pawn, and we just have to convert this.
And he has played rook to G8. And she's gonna retreat back to D4 and call it a day. A good day.
We can play bishop h6, but that would be a bit of a strange move to lock your bishop away on that square.
Yeah. I think pretty sure Stockfish can win with bishop h6, right?
I'm not convinced. I'm not really convinced that bishop h6 is winnable.
Yeah, actually you're right. Bishop h6. The only good move is bishop d4. Everything else is just equal.
Yeah, I mean, okay, when you're comparing moves, bishop d4 versus bishop h6, it should be
Yes.
clear that one is better than the other.
One is yeah. One of the moves is I don't know, weak 1300 move or something.
Yeah, I mean, bishop h6 is the type of move that you make if you think you're going to play for some kingside attack, maybe. But since we are in the endgame stage, it's probably best that we just camp our king on something like d3. I don't know, actually.
Oh, I was thinking f3, but maybe no.
I don't know where. The thing is, I don't really know where I want my king. I actually may want my king on g4.
F2. G4.
I want my king. I want my king on g4. I want my bishop on g2, and I want my rooks doubled on d3 and d1.
B file, yeah.
I may also want to play the move a4 at some point to play a bit on the queen side as well. I actually think the move a4 could be useful in a lot of lines. The bishop d4, e5. I'm just going to ignore that. I'll just play something. I don't know.
Bishop d4 played. But yeah, what do you do on e5? You
I might even go knight d5 there. I might go knight d5. So bishop d4, e5. Can I go knight d5 or not? No, I guess I cannot go knight. I cannot go knight d5. I cannot go knight d5 because you have takes on h3 first.
Oh, I didn't even see the bishop is.
Yeah, no, that's I guess bishop d4, e5. We can just retreat to f2.
But then you lose the pawn on f4, right?
I mean, don't really lose the pawn. I can just go knight d5 later, and I'm threatening both c7 and f4. No panic.
Yeah, the only thing black has going for them is the knight on c4, which is still not, so good. Although bishop b7 ideas start to form.
Yeah, no panic at all if he plays e5 here. Okay, e5 has been played apparently.
Then Matthew, you need to close the goddamn door.
Oh, I did not. That reference went way above my head. You're gonna have to explain it.
Only the real ones know this.
This one I missed. This one I actually missed.
It's a song. I think you have heard the song, or okay, I don't know. It's called "I Write Sins, Not Tragedies" by Panic at the Disco.
Tangentially sounds familiar.
Haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door? It's better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poise and rationality. That's the actual lyrics of the song. Yeah, basically what Matthew's last message said.
I understand now.
The groom's bride is a. Okay, never
So
mind.
what do you think? What do you think? Is she gonna take on e5, or is she retreating the bishop with bishop f2 here?
Chicken? Hmm.
Yeah, but the thing is, you may want to have e takes f4 played, because then we have knight d5 and we're gonna take that pawn. So black cannot actually keep that pawn on f4. Also, I'll make a bold prediction. This might be a very bold prediction. I am predicting that white will castle short in this game. It's a very hot take.
Bishop f2 play.
I have to say here.
Not really.
It's pretty bold. Because the
Okay, I
rook
mean,
is
not,
already
not
on g8.
immediately. Not immediately, because the bishop on h3 will hang.
Well, yeah, of course. Let's not hang the bishop on h3. That would be useful. I just want to make
Because
bold
F-
predictions, Jojo. I want to spice up the chat. I want to make a bold prediction that's not going to come to life.
Yeah, Vlad wants to say anything that's not vanilla.
Exactly. I want to say something controversial because usually when I predict something on this channel, it goes completely wrong, anyways. So,
Speaking of predictions, Matthew has had a prediction today, and we are
has
waiting
he?
to see the outcome. He did make a prediction today. That he
Oh,
has a
Matthew
feeling
has
that
not made the prediction. Well, jokes on Matthew then.
no, he has. It's bad. So we'll see.
Box Lion, the vanilla ice cream enjoyer, is back with us.
Oh, hi, vanilla ice cream enjoyer bucks. So I assume we want bishop takes h3, right?
Yeah, I think that would help us with the plan of bringing our rook to d3 later. Predict that over 100 people in the stream have got it on mute. Ouch. Ouch. I'm so deeply hurt. I am
Oh
so
no!
deeply hurt by this comment that I think I'll just leave the stream now.
Oh no! He hurt my feelings. Oh no!
Fianquero Club. That cuts deep, man. What have we done to deserve such an amount of hatred?
Oh no, Vlad! Somebody on the internet doesn't like me.
Shit, man. Somebody on the internet hates me. Damn.
Oh no, my life
It
is
must be
over.
the first time that's happened.
Yeah. Sad.
Oh well, we're gonna recollect eventually and be able to provide better commentary for the future generations of chess enjoyers.
Yes, sure.
No, okay, let's go back to the position at hand. Only 4, Debmate? What's that? The annual Vlad Chess Haters Club? Only 4 members? Those are rookie numbers, son.
Debmate, are they all in this chat?
Oh man.
Oh yes.
Okay, I
Matthew,
think
you're
we are
right.
very fine. We're very fine if black captures on h3. We're very happy. We're going to install our knight on d5. I would say semi-permanently. It's gonna be hard to dislodge that knight.
So does the rook belong to on d3?
I think so. I think I want my rook on d3.
Okay, yeah, looks good. Oh, mid lane, is he talking about League of Legends? Ha 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 ha. Oops. God of Strategy 1, Vlad 0.
Oops, I did it again.
I played with your heart. Oh. Hi, Casper. Welcome.
Hello, Mr. Casper. This is the Casper who is not the GM, however.
Yes. That's
Yeah, you guys lost me with the League of Legends talk. Like that's something I cannot relate to. Never play that game.
What video games have you played latest?
Like actual video games that I've played, probably
Yes.
Age of Empires Definitive Edition would be one of the top ones lifetime.
All right.
I
What
also
about
played a lot of Rome Total War and Medieval Total War and stuff like that. I really enjoyed those games when I was younger.
those strategy games? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
used to
really
play.
loved it.
Does Red Alert come in the same category?
I suppose so.
Yeah, I guess. Age of Empires, Red Alert, Commando. These are the ones that I used to play. But then when
Heroes of Might and Heroes of Might and Magic also. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 and 5 specifically.
okay, I quickly moved on to like GTA and Need for Speed and Pokemon after that.
Yeah, we were doing those LAN parties, man. We were doing like, we would just gather
Oh,
at some dude's house and just do LAN
LAN
party like
parties. Kids these days don't know what LAN parties are.
yeah, man. Those were the real good
Those were
days.
the real good days, man.
Yep. I never played StarCraft or World of Warcraft. None of that
Yeah,
stuff
me
in my
neither.
life.
I never played those big. Okay, I played RuneScape, the old school RuneScape. I used to play that quite a bit, and then I stopped. I had other interests.
But yeah, I was a decent FIFA player, but that was back in the day, FIFA 07,
Right.
FIFA 08. I was pretty decent.
Oh yeah, that's back when like Rooney used to be on the cover.
Yep.
Oh Matthew, yes, remember playing multiplayer on the same keyboard. One gets the arrow keys, one gets WASD. Good times. I didn't play as many games as I read books though, Bucks. Also, hi, Jenny. That's a good question. I learned it when I was 4 or 5. Learned how to play, but then I quickly stopped playing when I was 9, 10. Yeah, around 10, I stopped playing chess until I was 20, 22. That was a big gap. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you took your retirement lasted for a while.
My retirement lasted longer than the age of some grandmasters.
Oh god, that hurts. That hurts deeply.
That is true.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we expect here? Do we think black is going to take on f4 or on h3?
I would assume black takes f4 because if bishop takes c8, rook takes c8, and maybe black can target c2 at some point because it's a weak pawn.
Okay, and just as we say that, black decides to capture the bishop on h3.
Okay.
My
It
bold
doesn't look
prediction. My bold prediction is up in the air. Short castles is not legal. You don't have a rook to castle with.
But long castles is still in the. Okay, no, because you lose a3. Alright. So I guess next step, dislodge the knight or push a4. Because if you don't do any of them, the rook is stuck on a1, right?
Yeah, I think dislodging the knight is going to be hard to do without light squared bishop any longer, so we should revert to the plan with a4 and take on b5.
But think about this. Knight d5 now, which is a natural square for the knight, lets the rook on h3 protect a1. So we have rook d1 ideas.
Oh, okay, I see you. So you want? Oh, that's actually a very good point. But do you think the rook is going to be more useful on d1 than on a1?
I think knight d5, rook c3. No, no. No, I would like a rook on d1 because that pawn on d6 is going to feel the wind soon.
So we also have a very strong positional threat here of just locking the king side and pushing f5.
With
So
f5.
presumably black has to deal with that first by taking.
Okay, if you take, do we go? Yeah, we just go knight d5 because that wins the pawn back.
See, I'm not certain what I want to do there because e takes f4, knight d5, rook c8, and all of a sudden black is activating a bit. Oh, but then maybe I have a4. So maybe this is a line. E takes f4, knight d5, rook c8, and then we play a4 ourselves. And e takes f4 has been played by black now.
He takes.
It's interesting. Okay, the game is going, flowing into the direction of less sharp. Of course, the queens are off the board. We're in an endgame stage. But I'm actually liking the direction it's going in right now.
Can we just play rook f3?
No, I really don't like rook f3. I really don't like it. Rook to f3 is also missing out on some counterplay ideas from black based on f6. I think knight to d5. I think knight to d5 is an excellent move here, controlling all counterplay ideas too.
All right, so
I
knight d5
think
is the way to go.
I think knight to d5 kind of has to be played here. I don't really see any other good candidate moves, to be honest with you.
Looking at the truth, and knight d5 and a4 are both like good moves to play. So you want to get active now because you're up a pawn. Well, kind of.
Yeah,
You're not
I
really up a pawn
typed my line in the chat. Maybe it makes it easier, like when also commentators are joining in the chat discussion to type the lines. I am anticipating knight d5, rook c8, a4. I think this is what I would do and what I believe will happen.
That is the top line, yes.
Yeah, if you play h6, I'm probably either going to take or go knight c7, forking your rook. So knight to d5 is actually also creating a threat of knight c7 check. That's why I said rook to c8 looked forced to my eyes.
The threat of knight c7 is strong, yeah.
Yeah, but I can also just as well take on h6, and you're probably not getting that pawn back. Not without giving up something else in return.
Yeah, the G file is pretty closed for now. As in, if the G file opens up, the black rook on G8 cannot really do much. Okay, besides playing rook G4, but okay, I don't think that helps.
Yeah, that shouldn't help. I mean, there are no entry spots, there are no entry points, and rook G4 just looks strange.
Yep.
Okay, so knight D5, I would expect her to play rather quickly here.
Knight D5 or A4, they're both interchangeable, but they should be the next two moves.
Are they like fully interchangeable? What does the engine say?
Yes, yes.
Uh-huh, okay, so they're fully interchangeable. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, also, sorry about the ignoring YouTube chat, but hi everyone, thanks for showing up. Yes. Hi Agjat. That's a familiar name.
Wait, where is ActJet? In which chat?
YouTube.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Resident Gamer, not me, but Vlad has.
Yeah, I have many games in the database. I have roughly 58 games in the DGT databases. So you can surely look at some of my previous masterpieces, which include spoiling a +8 position against an international master. Twice. Twice. You know, for good measure.
Was it a playable +8 or was it a disgusting engine +8?
No, it was like an easy +8 that normal people would be able to find, but obviously I'm not normal, so I didn't find it.
Okay, the real question is, Vlad, you know me. Would I find it?
Yes.
Wow.
If you calculate, I mean, of course, if you calculate, not if you play instantly.
I see. That's what you did?
Yeah, I think I played instantly and blundered.
Ouch. Oh, well.
How typical. How typical.
Classic Vlad.
Classic way to blunder the game away. There's no use crying over spilled milk, so I try not to think too much about them.
When was your last tournament? July?
Like
August?
3 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago.
So August.
Yeah,
All right.
August. And there are pressures. There are pressures coming from multiple directions to get me out of retirement and travel to Hungary to play. Because apparently Hungary is such a great place to farm rating. And there have been messages, inquiries, private inquiries saying, hey, don't you want to go play this tournament? I'm like, bro, I just retired. Let me enjoy my retirement from chess. Stop doing this to me. But then there's a promise. There's a promise of big gains in rating. So we'll see. We'll see how much one can stay away from that.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect you to play next year.
We'll see. We shall see. A4 played, by the way, chat. A4 has been played.
Okay, A4 played. She's trying to open up lines now. Because knight d5 can be played at any time. The d5 square is for her.
Okay, so A4 creates a very obvious threat of taking on B5. What do we think is going to happen there?
So you cannot really defend the pawn unless you play rook b8. But if you do that, then you allow the rook to enter.
Oh yeah, rook to b8 is basically offering a one-way ticket, an invite into
a7.
the 7th rank. Like, okay, I just take on AB5, and I can just enter the position. Maybe I even play knight d5 first and then continue with rook a7.
Yes, that is correct. So, do you think b takes a4 is forced?
No, I don't think. I think rook c8 is. No, it's hard to determine what black will play here. Yeah, maybe he'll just take on a4. But yeah, this position is already looking really difficult for black.
All right. Thanks, number one mod. Hi, Tekos. Hi, Marcina. Hi, Floofy Cat. Hi, JE. Welcome, welcome.
Looks good for white. Yes, Mr. Chess Dude Guy. Mr. Chess Dude Guy is correct. The evaluation bar also agrees with that. Linux Bricky is saying the good thing about retirement from chess is that it's always temporary. Wow. He's not on my... This guy is not on my side, man. I say one thing, he pulls in the exact opposite direction. Nobody's on my side.
No, but he's not wrong.
He's not
Height
wrong.
UGC thick, her opponent is 16.
Yeah, the opponent is born in 2008.
Dang.
That was the first time I played my FIDE rated tournament when this opponent was born.
Weak 1800s. Wait, you played your first FIDE tournament when he was born? 2008?
Yes.
Nice. What was I doing in 2008?
That I would not be able to know.
I'm thinking. Maybe playing Pokemon, I think. Hey, Floofy Cat, I'll give you the clocks. Anna-Maja is on 1 hour 5 minutes. Opponent is on 48 minutes. Oh, I forgot we had a streamer matchup today. Leela is playing Alexandra.
Oh, really? Lila is playing Alexandra. How big is the rating gap between them?
Ooh, the rating difference is about 200, almost.
Okay, 1936 versus 2106, and the higher rated is playing with black. Okay, that has the makings of a reasonably balanced matchup.
Higher rated is playing white, but also are they on equal points?
Sorry. Oh, I said it the wrong way. Yes, higher rated is playing white. They are on the same number of points. Correct.
Damn.
For me, one of the most interesting matchups in this round is on board number 6 between Juan Manuel Bayon, Ana Kramling's father, and Javiera Belen Gomez from Chile. This lady is particularly sharp in her calculations and tactics. So we expect to see some fireworks in that matchup.
May the underdog win.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna check. I'm gonna briefly check the position in that game. Juan Bayon played a pretty vanilla line of the 4 knights opening. So not really sharp yet. Pretty plain game so far. Jenny telling me that she even bribed me with Prosecco to retire from chess. Now that is the Balkan language of love. I speak the language of bribes. The language of bribes is definitely something I am very familiar with.
Money talks, right?
Something like that. No, it's more of a joke than anything, but it's true that 20 years ago, one way to get out of paying a fine, like a traffic violation, was to simply hand some cash to the police officer. Nowadays, it's not really possible to do this anymore. You might actually end up in jail.
You mean in Romania?
Yes, correct. Specifically, I mean in Romania, yes.
I know a lot of places where this still exists, and it is the way.
Okay, yeah. Specifically, I mean in my country nowadays, it's a bit dangerous to try to hand out cash to police officers.
So it looks like justice has some meaning in your country now.
Yeah, 20 years ago it was the law of the land, though. Bro, I got busted for jaywalking like 3 weeks ago. Nobody gets busted for jaywalking, especially not in small cities. I was so pissed they caught me.
Huh? Wait, what do they do if you jaywalk?
So basically, there was a crossing somewhere. There was no visible mark of a pedestrian crossing. I was with some chess players. We wanted to get to a restaurant because we're all hungry and tired from chess. So we found a shortcut that cuts through the road. So all of us are like, okay, this seems safe enough. No cars coming. Let's just cross. And there was actually a police car that saw us and came after us. And because I was the only Romanian citizen of the group, I was the only one to get fined. And I'm like, God damn it.
Wow.
Seriously
so did you
now?
have to pay or like?
Oh yeah.
How does
I had to pay. I had to pay a fine, yeah.
Wow.
It's the
That's
first time in
unheard
my
of.
life. It's the first time in my life that I got busted by any sort of police. Yeah.
I mean, could you not bribe the guy?
I mean, my initial impulse was to just look at him and be like, okay, tell me, how much do you want? But then I was
swear,
like,
that just works.
yeah, it was only 30 euros. So I thought, okay, for 30 euros, it's not really worth ending in bigger trouble. So yeah, I just said, fine, okay, whatever.
30 euros actually for jaywalking seems like a lot.
Illegal!
Honestly, man, I was just happy to be done with it and kind of told the officer, like,
Anna-Maja.
bro, how are you gonna fine me for jaywalking if I have to go around so much? To go from point A to point B, I would have to do 3 times the distance. And he's like, sorry, can't do this. Hello, Akjet.
We have a week 2000 in the chat.
Week 2000 in the chat. Let's wait 2 more days until it's official, though. For now, he's still a week 1900.
All right, Akjet, I'll like congratulate you after the FIDE list is updated.
Yeah.
Damn.
Akjeterino.
Akjeterino.
Akjeterino. Very nice. Wait, is there a command with Kukas? Okay, I want to see.
No, it's Akjet. No, it's just
Oh, okay. My bad. I used the wrong command.
Ants gang. Jaywalking is when you walk on the road where there is no pedestrian crossing mark. I don't know why it's called jaywalking though.
Yeah, I never truly understood why it's called jaywalking. Yeah. Also, I believe the actual spelling is J as in
J-A-Y.
yeah. AKA being a free human. Yeah, like as long as you look out for cars and cross when they're not going, like you should be fully safe, right?
Unless. I mean,
Unless.
your police officer didn't think so. I mean, okay, so Vlad, let's put it this way. When you were jaywalking, you were safe from cars, but not from the cops.
Absolutely. I was not going to put myself in a dangerous situation, of course.
Yeah, but you're not safe from the cops.
Apparently not.
Yes, Akjet, everybody does that everywhere. Vlad is the one who got caught.
Yeah, exactly. Like I even told him, I was like, bro, everybody does it here. Like, why are you finding me? Like, I've seen 20 people do it over the past 30 minutes. Why am I the lucky one?
Damn, 1,000 euros? Oh, 100 euros?
Sheesh, that's 100 euros is actually a significant amount.
How many pizzas is 100 euros?
How many pizzas?
Yes.
Well, I guess Mads would have to tell us about Denmark. I'll tell you how much in my country.
Yes. Tell me in Romania and tell me in Denmark. So we have an idea.
That should buy roughly 15 pizzas in Romania.
Okay.
That's gonna buy 15 of them. Like pizza
15 pieces.
margarita.
Yeah, in Denmark. Okay, like 8 or 9, I guess.
11.76 pizzas. That is awfully specific.
Matthew, are you dyslexic? Because it's not USA, it's AUS. Let's go.
Lol. Okay, wait. What's happening, guys? What's happening? Can I
He
just
just moved
take?
his team up. We can
Can I
just
just
win a
take twice? Can I
clean
just
pawn
take
right now.
twice? Take,
Clean
take.
pawn. Come on.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's really a clean pawn because Rook B8 exists at the end. I don't really want to calculate, to be honest. Like, I'm a bit allergic to calculation. No, but okay, we have to play. We have to play for knight d5 ideas.
We have to play for knight b5. You're right.
You already said it's kind of interchangeable if we go a4 first or knight d5.
Five isolated pawns. I mean, if that's not losing,
No, but that's good, right? I mean, 5 isolated pawns having more equals better.
okay, you're right. Actually, just develop pieces, and it's better for white by a lot.
So there is a
Because
rule of
95
thumb. There is a rule of thumb that says if rooks are looking at each other potentially on the same file, whoever the side rooks and we don't have them connected, it's actually a slight strategic mistake to take on b5 because we would have to give up the file.
True, true. So we cannot afford to keep the tension.
Yeah, so we should actually just keep the position the way it is and not open files yet. So knight d5 has to be good.
Yeah, 95, improve the position of the knight, get it to the best square on the board for it. And yeah, wait for black to make a mistake. Also, it gives some potential rook a7 ideas in the future. If, let's say, rook b8 is played, like we take on b5. If rook b8 is played, then we have rook a7 winning the bishop.
Wow, Mr. Kukas doesn't like to prevent counterplay. He would even like king to e2 at some point. I think it's crucially important to play knight d5 and not allow f6 here. Like I actually think it's very important to play knight d5
Knight
now.
d5 is very important right now. I mean, it's not the only move, but it is by far the best move.
So now he saved himself by saying king to e2 at some point. Okay, so it looks like chat lost me for 5 seconds. So could you please repeat? Could you please repeat what I was saying about keeping tension in relation to connected rooks on the back rank? Maybe it's easier for chat to understand from you when you explain it.
Whenever you can open a file, if you have your rooks connected, you'd benefit from the tension. Because if your opponent takes, you take back and you still control the open file. In this position, black is the one that has the connected rooks and we don't. So if we trade the pawns on the A file, black can take, or sorry, if we take, black still has a rook on the open A file and we won't. So we do not benefit from taking b5 now, which is why Anna improves her position with the best move, knight d5.
Excellent. 100 points for the answer.
Thanks, coach.
100 points to Gryffindor. I mean, I know the position has to be winning because their pawn the opponent's pawn structure is so crappy, but somehow I don't see what my next 3 moves are going to be as white.
Hi, Bucks. Hi, Bucks. Don't say anything.
I mean, you're not gonna take on f4 with a knight when it's so beautifully placed on d5. Oh, this I like. King e2, king f3, king takes f4. I actually like taking on f4 with a king. That's very good.
I'm trying to find immediate threats. Hmm. Can the knight do anything from e5? I don't see it. I mean, knight e5, knight g6 is very passive, right?
So I'm going to tell you one thing. I want to put, so once I take f4, I want to plant my bishop somewhere on like d4 and play pawn to c3 just to keep everything secure.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, chat. Also remember, I just noticed the knight on c4 cannot move because we are threatening knight b6.
Yes, this is also very valid point. Currently, the knight on c4 is being dominated by our knight on d5. The position is definitely winning. So, like, we can definitely say the position is winning despite material being even. f4 is going to fall very soon. And we're going to have insanely good piece play in the resulting endgame.
Wow.
Yeah, I think we keep the rook on a1 as long as we could potentially benefit from this tension between
From the
a4 and
tension,
b5.
exactly. I know. I mean, doubling on the f file looks nice, but not when we have queenside tension.
So maybe rook f3, rook takes f4 is going to be the plan adopted by Anna-Maja, followed by bishop to d4 or so.
You mean rook taking f4 with the rook?
Yeah. And I think bishop to d4 is extremely good as prophylaxis against a potential h6 break by black, because then we can just take and just push, and we're just going to win the game by default.
Yeah, because we cover h8. What do you think
Yeah.
of f6 in this position?
f6 in this position. Okay, I just take with a pawn and ask you where you're going to put the bishop.
Okay, sorry. With one preparing move, rook f8.
Okay, so if you go rook f8 to prepare f6, I think I'm just going to take, presumably you're going rook g to f8, yeah?
Yes.
I'm going to play bishop to d4 precisely to neutralize your idea entirely.
Okay, so prevent f6 at all costs.
I want to
And
prevent all your counterplay and just win your pawn later, yes.
Okay, yeah, activate the bishop, put it on a better square, control like two diagonals at once, and then take f4. Not bad.
Rook f8, rook f3 though seems better, does it? I wouldn't know.
Rook f-
I wouldn't know. I don't have the engine, so I believe you.
All right, I'll tell you, Ham. I'll tell you. I mean, it's better than bishop d4, but let's see. If you push, just take on f4. Basically, we will be up material.
Okay, so it must be some tactical line then. How negligible is the difference between what's the eval difference between rook f3 versus bishop d4 in that position?
0.3, 0.4.
Okay. I guess personally I would play bishop to d4 just to entirely frustrate my opponent's counterplay ambitions.
Rook gf8 played. What the hell?
Yeah, okay. So I guess based on your taste, do you prefer to calculate fully and go for tactical variations, or do you prefer to neutralize the opponent's counterplay?
No, bishop d4 is an automatic. But I'll tell you, the tactics work because on f3, you like after rook f3, you take the f pawns, you trade rooks on f8, and then you take b5 because if black plays a takes b5, we have rook a7 winning the bishop.
Oh yeah. And okay, this pawn on h4. There's no time. I see. There's no time for black to actually take on h4 as well. Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly.
So rook
But okay,
f3.
bishop d4 is very good.
Rook f3, f6. Rook takes f4. F takes g5. Rook takes f8. Rook takes f8. A takes b5. Has to be winning.
That
Yeah,
is
yeah.
completely winning.
Okay. This is the line, but this is a bit tactical, I guess. Whereas bishop to d4, I'll give you the full line on bishop d4. Okay, I'll give you the full line that we have to calculate. There it is, bishop d4 plus minus. End of story.
Nice.
No, like serious. Like okay, at some point, you have to pick your battles, man. Why the fuck would you calculate? Sorry, why the hell would you calculate a line that's very tactical instead of playing one move that clearly just keeps the position entirely winning? So, bishop to d4 played. Let's go, Anna-Maja. Go.
Okay, let me now check something else. Do you think
Wooden
there will
shield.
be
Wooden shield hype, or at least half of it.
This is wooden shield hype. Okay, tell me realistically now, do you expect early-ish resignation or not?
No. I think black has all the right to play on, but I do expect to win with white in like the next 12 moves, I guess.
Okay, all right.
So yet another bold prediction that's probably not going to come true. Game ends in 12 more moves before the time control.
All right, before time control.
Yeah, but, okay, let's just put it that way. Game ends before time control. It's easier.
Right. Okay. I need answers for this. I'm gonna make a poll in chat once again. Last time I was interrupted.
Randy Smith coming in clutch with an answer in the YouTube chat. Apparently, Anna-Maja and Anna Kramling are not playing next to each other.
All right. Chat, give me your consensus in the poll.
Twitch chat, we have a poll running. Make sure to get your vote in to have your voice heard.
Have your voice heard. Yes, chat, because this is a democracy.
Full democracy.
Where we deal with justice and do not take bribes. And we fine people for jaywalking.
Exactly. Precisely.
Bishop d4 played. The position is +3. Opponent has 32 minutes. Anna-Maja has over an hour.
Oh my lord,
The
sounds
rating
good.
difference is really showing.
Well, there was realistically, there was only one point at which Anna-Maja was in slight trouble, and that is the timing of her g4 move in the opening. From there on, opponent did not play accurately, and she took over the initiative quickly.
But hey, it paid off.
Oh, Hamsterino is also. Oh, actually, Hamster was here for a long time, wasn't he?
Yeah, Hamsterham was here earlier.
I'm just noticing him now. I don't know why.
Hamsterham, I think, was the rook f3.
Oh yeah. He told us that rook f3 was much better than bishop to d4 or something. Yeah. That's right. Hamster is so hard to miss with that bright green color.
Mm-hmm.
He's been following since July 18th, 2020. This man has recently completed his 4-year anniversary on the channel.
Nice. Our main summarizer of our server.
I see that Box Lion has been conveniently following since June 2nd of this year. So there's a, what's that, like 3-month anniversary coming up soon?
Yes, Bucks. He's a very new guy
New
on
guy.
this community. We
And
barely know him.
Mateusz is actually celebrating on this day. He is celebrating the 3-year anniversary. He followed since August 29th, 2021.
Oh,
So
hey, congrats, Mateusz.
happy anniversary, Mateusz.
Mateusz, yes.
Happy anniversary. We're happy that you are part of community.
Yes. Congrats, everybody. Congratulate Mateusz by
Mateusz is getting his
learning
praises.
his name or- Ooh, interesting question. Matthew, is your legal name Matthew?
We are at that point of the stream where we're asking people to actually dox themselves.
No, Matthew, you just have to say yes or no.
Matthew, send us your banking information, your home address, and also a copy of your passport page.
Yes, Matthew, please. Because it's your 3-year anniversary on this channel, we need to know.
But why would you think his name is Matthew?
No, because Mateusz, right? Like,
Well, yeah, but like, clearly, I mean, he's Polish.
So in, like, let's say on ID, for example, do they write Matthew or do they write Mateusz? Oh, it's different? What? Wait, I don't even know, Matthew, dude. You could be doing it like.
Guys, I don't think we know exactly what is happening.
Okay, wait, what just happened? I know I just rejoined. What happened?
Well, the funny thing is that you asked him if his legal name is Matthew rather than Mateusz, but you already know he's Polish, so I guess it's a bit strange. The question itself is a bit
No,
strange.
what I wanted to know is, I know that Matthew in Poland is Mateusz.
Okay.
And Mateusz in Poland, outside is Matthew. So on ID, like legally on paper, is it Matthew or not?
Okay, I'll let him answer.
But okay, you don't have to, Matthew. I'm just thinking out loud. You can tell I'm bored.
I love how he's just screaming back in all caps now.
Oh wait, it is? Oh wait, it isn't? I
Oh, my
don't know,
Lord.
dude. Why is your name okay? Then why is okay? What? We can say Mateusz, you know.
Oh my Lord.
Okay, cool. So I suppose there is no Matthew in Poland. Fair.
Probably not. Probably there's nobody who's like 100% Polish with the name Matthew. Blue boy, is your name Hans outside of Bangladesh?
It's Hassan. But
Oh my Lord.
Mateusz. What kind of name is Hans though? Never heard of it in any culture.
Hans? It's like German Danish, I guess. Like probably
actually,
very
you're right.
very German.
I've heard a lot of Germans with Hans. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it should be German.
Yeah, now
like
that I think about it.
especially Hans should be more of a northern German. Like You know, like Hamburg
Oh,
or
it's from
northern cities
behind.
of Germany.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes some sense.
I mean, again, somebody from Germany could correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Hans is more of a northern German's name.
No, no, Matthew. It's that's very different. This is a screen name. Yours is an actual name. But okay, I guess in Poland they don't say Matthew. Hans German. You know, Vlad, I always thought your name was short for something else, like Vladimir or Vladislav
Well,
or something.
considering you also thought that Matthew's name was Matthew, I'm not surprised to hear this.
Yeah, I mean, okay, come on. I have some base to my claims. Yeah. Okay, Agjet, come on. To be fair, Agjet is a cool sounding name that's easier to say and has lesser syllables.
Wait, actually, yeah, we need more tea. Spill the tea, Akjet. So how was your trip to Hungary? What was your
Yes.
favorite part?
Agjet did too.
Akjet did 2 out of 2, and they were like, "Who the fuck is Akjet?"
Okay, Vlad, I see your who and I raise you with what is an Agjet?
What is an Akjet?
Okay, Matthew, what is Edward in Poland? Is there a Polish version of Edward too? Oh my god. Bucks.
Edward Scissorhands. Okay, so this opponent has just played, first of all, played rook g to f8 to then put the same rook on e8. Yeah, the logic kind of beats me. I fully expect rook to... Does rook f3 work tactically or not? Actually, rook f3 might fail tactically, yeah? Rook f3, bishop takes g5.
Rook f3?
Rook f3, bishop takes g5 seems to be a tactical issue. Unless I'm, of course, missing something.
Really?
Rook takes e4. Check.
And then we lose the piece on e3. You're right, okay.
Then we lose the piece, yeah. So just stepping out of the way. I want to put my king. I want to put my king on d3 now. I think the king should belong on d3.
Okay, king d3.
I want to put my king on d3, bring the rook to f3, and take on f4. And then when the time is right, either close the position on the queen side with a5, or open up the position and trade a pair of rooks and play on the king side. Okay, she plays king to e2. Exactly the move suggested here. Probably going to play king to d3 next. Yeah, this king to e2, very, very strong, very good move by Anna. Very, very well played.
King e2, yep.
Very,
Up by the
very...
engine as well. Only move that gives a sizable advantage over the others.
Well,
And now
everything
the
is
eval
clear now. Everything has
+4.
become extremely clear.
She's totally outplaying him. Almost as if she wants him to cry. Ha ha ha. Make the kid cry. Let's go.
Yeah, no, king to e2 was an excellent move.
What's her accuracy?
High.
Is it 99? King f2 was not bad. King e2 is 3.7, king f2 3. It's negligible.
Yeah, I think it's just more precise. It's more precise to slap the king on d3 and keep f3 for the rook so you can attack on f7
Yeah,
later.
something like that.
What's
Yeah,
her
what is her
accuracy?
accuracy? Any accuracy checkers? Because I don't open the accuracy website.
95.8 versus 87.4 on my end.
Okay, not bad.
So let's start the procedure.
Hi, rookie. Welcome.
Start the
Clearly,
procedure already, fellas.
what procedure?
The Kramnik procedure.
Oh, okay. If she wins this, she goes to 5 out of 7, which is nice. Pretty
Which
good.
is one step closer to 6 out of 9 eventually.
Yeah, but then
Hold
she'll
up.
have to
Was
draw
bishop
to.
takes g5 played? Did somebody say bishop g5 was played? I'm not seeing that, guys.
I don't think no. Bishop takes g5 is not played.
No, bishop g5 just blunders. Yeah, just bishop g5 h takes g5, rook takes e4 check, king d3, black resign.
D3, and you're saving
King
the
d3.
piece.
Yeah, we're just up a lot of material.
That was the idea of king g3 as well. King e2, sorry.
Yeah, I think
Actually,
we're just gonna win this game. I think.
the question is how soon. But also, Agjad, I think it's a streamer privilege. But no, they probably just couldn't find the right one for him. So with this game, after this game, there's 2 rounds left, and she will need like strong, 2 strong players, and wins. I think in both of them, right, for a norm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any room for drawing or losing. If the norm is to happen. Hello, Nordertout. Welcome.
Hello, Mr. Nordy. Early g5 paying off. Yes.
G5. That's
What's exciting.
We already did it, Chaos. You missed it. Nice try, Bucks, but not this time. The previous one was better.
Well, there's an issue. Currently, I think the number of titled players she has faced is not
Is
enough.
left.
She would have to, after she wins this game, presumably, she would have to face 2 titled players.
Yeah, 2 title players and win both.
And there's
I
no
think
guarantee.
Yeah. I mean, we were not expecting her to face an 1800 untitled today, right?
Yeah, and there's no guarantee. Like, titled player here means somebody with WFM or higher. So CM or NM wouldn't really count towards the requirement.
Wait, really? CM is not a
Yes.
FIDE title?
CM and NM are not titles that count towards the title holder requirement for norms.
But CM is still a FIDE title, right?
Yes, CM is a FIDE title. It just doesn't count towards the title holders threshold for norms. Yeah. So you need WFM or FM or better for this. Yeah.
Yeah, that strange? Isn't the requirement for WFM 100 points lower than CM?
Yeah, somehow having WFM count but CM not count towards the requirement is a bit strange. Like, I will say this much: I would probably remove WFM as if CM is not in. I will also remove WFM from the title holder requirement. So you could say that WIM is roughly 2250, and then FM is roughly 2300. So it would make sense to start from there.
Yeah.
But
okay,
WFM being within title holders is a bit strange there.
is it also the case when you want a WIM norm?
Yeah. Well, you need to have at least 3 players with WIM or higher.
But the
But
total number of title
but
players faced,
WFM still counts towards the number requirement of title players. Yeah.
which is what, 5?
In a 9-round tournament, you'd have to face 5 title holders. Yeah.
Right.
And also, we got a raid. We got a raid here from Ilzena86. Thank you so much for the raid with a party of 18. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome, Ilzana. And hope you had a good stream, whatever you were streaming. That's chess. I like it. Hi, Raiders. We're just watching Anna play in the Maya Chess Open, which is named after her, as you know. The score
It's
is in the chat.
second edition, I think. It's the second edition of Anna-Maja's own tournament.
Nice. So she's come here to win it.
Yeah.
She
King D3.
has
King
had
D3
a
play.
good run with her, first loss to a GM, and the second loss was an unfortunate one 2 days ago. Or wait, sorry, yesterday.
Yesterday.
To an which was, she should not have lost that, but in time pressure she did, which was sad. But she's attempting to bounce back, and she's doing a pretty good job so far today. So, Vlad, Bishop D8 was a good move, but just a random move played. But now that the rooks are disconnected, do you think we can take B5?
I think we should be able
Why
to
did she
take.
not take
Yes.
B5 and play
Hold
King
up.
D3 instead?
Probably because she didn't want to allow rook takes e4 with check.
Right. Now that the E4 pawn is defended, A takes B5 is a real threat.
Yeah, A takes b5 is a serious threat. And also b takes a4 is not possible because the knight would hang.
Yeah, exactly. So King going to D3 is a multi-purpose move, defending E4 and pressuring the knight.
But hold up, I think she could have taken on b5 without playing king d3. Because like a takes b5, rook takes e4 check, king to d3, and I'm threatening both your rook and to take on b6 and make to take on a6 and make connected passed pawns.
Connected passers, which is also completely winning. I think it's interchangeable once again.
I mean, the position really plays itself out. Yes, Akjet, I think the chances of norm are quite low because of the title holders requirement, not because of the performance rating.
Whoa.
It is a weak tournament. It is actually a weak tournament.
What was Anna's seed? Top 10?
No, I don't think she was top 10. She was 31 seeded.
Oh, right. Okay. 31 is. I mean, come on. She has to get someone higher than her rating.
It's not certain. Okay, I would expect her to, but it's not certain.
Oh, I mean, okay, you know what? There's no point fussing over it now because.
Yeah. Let's cross that bridge once we get there. We can't really control that.
Exactly, we can't really control that. Let's just see what happens, and wait for the pairings to be out. For now, however, I'm waiting to see how the game ends. She's easily cruising, chilling, and he has his head in his hands.
Well, yeah, the position is completely losing for black now.
True, King D3, and has he made a move? Yes, he has. What did he play?
He has played. What has he played there?
I don't see it.
Bishop back to e7.
Oh my god.
Bro is really just making moves
Bro
at this
is
point.
really going through it.
Yeah, just rook.
This
Yeah,
kid
just
is
rook f3.
Bro.
I mean, black is not making any progress in the position, and we can just go rook f3 and start collecting pawns.
Why not take b5? Oh wait, sorry, the rooks are connected.
The rooks are
So yeah,
connected
rook
again.
f2. Yeah. So wait for him to play bishop d8 and then we take b5.
Just go rook f3, enhance your position, and just win.
Just win. That's the plan for Anna now.
Just win, baby. Just win. This opponent has a good performance rating so far. He played at the level of a 2100 in the tournament.
Nice.
He actually
overdrive.
defeated. Yeah, go ahead.
Knight b6 is just trading a knight that is not necessary right now because our knight is very strong. And
Yeah,
we can threaten something else later.
Yeah,
We
the
don't
knight on
need to trade.
d5 is very good. Yeah, no, guys, don't trade pieces. When you have such positional pressure, just keep your pieces on the board and start collecting pawns. Let your opponent figure out a way to alleviate the pressure. Don't help them out.
Remember, chat, to take is a mistake.
Exactly. To take is a mistake. Unless you're taking something for free, then it's good.
Yes, chat, be materialistic.
Be materialistic.
In chess, not in life, but okay.
Of course. We mean in chess. Don't be a gold digger.
Unless.
Unless.
Hi, hamster, you know it. It's like 3:30, man. I want to sleep. But no, I'm going to wait for the game to finish. I'll let you guys know. I'll give you guys some good news. And then.
Oh yeah, I'm probably going to disappear before the actual conclusion of the game if it keeps going in this direction.
Okay. No worries. I will also end it as soon as possible. Don't worry.
Yeah, like rook f3 we expect to see here, and then just win the
Yeah, a lot of
endgame.
trades are gonna happen. I hope he doesn't prolong this and play out like me. I hope he resigns. Yes, Matthew, I can sleep after the stream. Hopefully, okay. Not immediately, maybe about 5, 6, 5:30 I should be sleeping. I'm just waiting for Black to resign now. But the kid seems to be wanting to play on.
You think he'll lose a piece sooner or later? Wow. Well, I think he's going to lose all the kingside pawns. I think f7 and h7 are going to drop, and we're going to make a new queen.
White is gonna clear the queenside pawns.
Yeah, I think just start collecting the pawns, and then eventually black will resign. I would really expect her to play this rook to f3 way sooner. Like, I would have expected her to play this rook f3 ages ago here.
He had a good run so far, but sadly for him, he had to face our streamer today. And of course, he played g5. So there's only one result.
Yeah, no, this is completely over, chat. This position is completely over.
Tanjiro is gonna win this game. I remember somebody made a comment in chat earlier. If you know, you know.
You think she's calculating? Akjet thinks she's calculating more immediate material gain. Okay.
It's almost as if she's listening to our commentary, right? When we say be materialistic.
Something like that, yeah.
She has enough material to even sack a piece later on. Hi, deoxynic. I don't know how to say that, but Anna-Maja is up about 30 minutes. Martin Fernandez. Patiently waiting for quick moves or resignation.
Oh, she just captured on f4. Okay, I guess that's a move.
Materialistic it is.
Materialistic it is, okay. It's probably still winning.
Probably still winning. It's even more winning now.
I really don't like this as much, actually, somehow. Like, rook f3 just seemed... But okay, of course. She's up a pawn now.
She's up a pawn in a better position. Yeah, there's... I don't know, man. Oh, okay, wait. Now let's throw some spicy questions. Do you think she would win this position with white against Magnus Carlsen?
Wow, okay. Okay, let me think about it.
Yes,
Because
chat,
this one is
think about
actually
it
hard.
and give me the answer. What do you think?
I don't. I don't think she would win this against Magnus.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna bring you news from the future, and there is confirmation that her opponent has resigned. So Anna-Maja wins 5 out of 7, and we can safely go home. You can call it a day. She is gonna show up anytime now. GG, congrats. Let's go. Woohoo.
Okay.
I just don't
Well,
like waiting.
I guess.
Suspense.
Wait, what was the result of the poll?
The poll result was they wanted to know in real time. That's why.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Good boy, good guy opponent. But the game goes on well. I guess I mean, we'll see it play out too.
So did I make one good prediction, which is the game will end before the time control then?
I don't know actually. But let's see. There was a lot of moves played.
Well, there's really not much that, especially once we get the strong knight on d5 versus the weak bishop on e7. It's like the position really wins itself out.
Yeah, there is some she wins an exchange, and then they trade more pieces. She wins all the queenside pawns. And she must be showing up anytime now. All right, now what is... Okay, pairings, what time do they come out? Right after the game's finished, right?
What time? What did you say? When does the pairing come out? Or
Yeah.
what? Sorry, I missed that.
Do they come out right after the game's finished?
It usually lasts until like 10 p.m. local time in Portugal when the pairings come out. Okay, what's happening here? We're just gonna win, yeah? We can just even play c4 check. This is GG's. I mean, we can also go knight c7 check to win even more material. Anything wins.
Anything wins here. Very nice. Oh, hi, YouTube chat. I'm sorry for ignoring you guys. It's really hard because we're usually Twitch focused. But yes, we care about you too. Thanks for joining, everybody. Do subscribe to her channel. We need more people checking out this streams that she's providing. The games are great. She's currently on 5 out of 7, which is a very strong standing with 2 rounds left to go. Next game is tomorrow, same time as today. And we will try to look at YouTube chat more often.
Yeah, I guess we can try to do that. Hi guys, see what happens when Vlad joins for commentary? Oh, okay. I'm expecting.
Vlad, you know what to do.
I'm expecting some payments soon. Some under the table bribes.
Oh yeah, we were definitely talking about the Romanian way from 2 decades ago.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm expecting really a resignation right now. Also, Matthew, your bad feeling about today's game was wrong.
Yes, Matthew has been, I mean, what do you call it? He's been stripped off of the prediction guy. So we don't listen to Matthew's predictions anymore. About the cloth. Oh, yeah, yes, sure, Matthew, sure.
Okay, let's ask streamer. Let's ask Miss Streamer. Was that G4 planned? Was it like a line with A3 and G4? Or what was this? What was this G4 stuff?
I don't know if she's listening to us, by the way.
Oh, she probably cannot listen
Yeah,
to us.
she
Yeah, that's
probably
true.
can't
That is
listen.
true.
Chat, can you ask her what was the G4 plan?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because oh, Vlad, I just realized the bad luck charm. See, you either die a bad luck charm or you live long enough to see yourself become the good luck charm.
So
Let's go.
actually, the reason I became the good luck charm is because I retired from playing chess. Like when I was still playing chess, I was a bad luck charm.
I don't think there was a mate. I
What
think there was
mate?
just resignation. No, Ajit
What
is
what mate?
thinking maybe there was a mate, but
Huh.
I don't think there was a mate.
Okay, so apparently this g4 was planned against knight f6. I don't know this. Okay, I'd have to study this line further.
Thank you, Nordertau. Thanks, chat, for being here. It was great. She just played rook c6 check. Bishop c5 played. Now she's going for the trade. Oh, rook d3. Then I think rook e4 and trade. Sorry, rook e4, rook d4 and trades. Ooh. Oops. Oh, hey, how's the streamer matchup going? How's Leela doing? Let's take a look.
Yeah, I guess Anna-Maja is currently the #1 streamer in the standings, yeah?
Yes. Leela is actually in an equal position against Alexandra Prado.
Really?
Yes. That's what the engine said. I mean, it looks very equal, but I don't think it will end in a draw. Oh no.
Alessia was wearing her... Oh, okay, I didn't know this was a common thing.
Time for you to retire or donate that jacket away. Blame A. Guys, you can blame A for this. Come on. Okay, so they traded rooks. And he's just down the exchange and a pawn. So this is completely lost in every way. Ouch. You just take, king takes. Ooh. Vlad, do you see the position on the stream?
Kind of.
Would you take c5?
I mean, yes. It's just a clean, pure pawn endgame where you're just up a pawn.
So take c5 and the plan is what? King f3, king g4 or?
Well,
No.
I mean, you could also just play c3 check. Like, either way, this is winning in so many ways that
Right.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
She played c3 check, king c4 played, and then she just played rook c7 like the professional she is.
Yeah, okay,
There's no way you can defend the pawn.
this is very cruel and unusual.
Let's go.
Okay, and there's a resignation. Very, very, very good game by Anna-Maja. Congratulations.
Actual Zugzwang. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Okay. So it turns out that she probably has to leave now. So yeah, chat.
Okay, all right. Thanks everyone. Thank you very much, Vlad, for showing up. You know what you need to do the next 2 rounds now?
I'm actually available tomorrow. So yes, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right. Oh, Vlad, your prediction was right. 39. Oh my god.
Let's go.
39th
Nice.
move resignation, bro. All right.
All right. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for tuning into commentary. I'll catch you tomorrow, guys.
All right. Thank you. Who do we raid? Do we raid? We raided Alessia, I think, last time, or Anna Cramling. Do we raid Jesse? Bucks, who did we raid last time?
I don't remember who you guys raided last time.
I don't know either. But okay, I'll just raid Jesse then.
Okay.